Good morning. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of St. Louis. I am Annette Peterson, and I use she, her pronouns. I am a member of the worship committee. If you are a visitor or newcomer, we would like to extend a special welcome. We are glad to be together this Sunday, whether in person or online. And if you are new to our congregation, be sure to fill out a community card found in the pews, or if you are online, click on the link in the live stream description. After service, please join us downstairs in Fellowship Hall for coffee and donuts. We welcome families and children. Families with children are invited to connect with the RE committee and Reverend Sabrina, our Minister of Congregational Life, after the service for more information about the RE program. If you are attending online, you can connect with each other in the chat, and don't forget that the link to the virtual coffee hour can be found in your weekly e-news. We have just a couple of announcements this morning. There will be a gardening day here at First UU next Saturday, September 5th, beginning at 8:30 or whenever you can make it. Bring sunscreen, a sun hat, tools, and water. In addition to the usual tasks, we will be removing some shrubs for building security reasons. Thanks for tending to our grounds. Next Sunday, September 6th, come join us at First UU for lunch following the service. All are welcome to attend and enjoy some fellowship and food. Now please center yourself in preparation for worship. Welcome to this religious community where we affirm the worth and dignity of all who enter. We gather in community, understanding that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, identity, and theology. Our values invite us to a shared journey of truth and meaning-making. Together, we foster a spirit of gratitude and generosity so that all may feel welcome and all can thrive. We are glad to be together this morning. And we are glad to welcome some friends from Elliott Chapel. The band from Elliott is here joining us this morning. So please enjoy the prelude, You've Got a Friend, by Carole King, and performed by Tim Gardner, vocals, and Melinda Monroe, vocals and guitar. We invite you to do something unusual, if you wish. Take out your cell phone and use the QR code on the screen or in your order of service to bring up the video of a lighter flame that you may wave during the prelude and interlude.
Nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. You got a friend. When the sky above you should grow dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, oh, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you, yes, and desert you, and take your soul if you let them. Ah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. 'Cause winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. You got a friend, ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend?
Our chalice lighting is by Albert Schweitzer. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by the spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us.
Our opening hymn is one of our favorites. It's This Little Light of Mine, the song we use to sing our children out to RE. Now today, we're going to sing all 3 verses. I'm going to say that again. Don't stop after the first time through. We're going to sing all 3 verses. It's number 18 in your gray hymnal. If you want to read the music, we'll have the words on the screen. Now, this is a jazzy song. Linda's going to play it really peppy. We're going to have a lot of energy. I'm going to invite you to snap your fingers, throw in some ba-ba-bas if you want. A little dancing in the pew or the aisles are also welcome. Where is Tom? Come on, Tom.
Tom is here.
Tom is here. If you'll stand, Linda will bring you in.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Can you hear me okay, BJ? Awesome. Can you hear me? Yes. I'm Carole Serbell. I'm a member of Elliott Chapel. We're so grateful to Annette and the worship committee for the invitation to share the service with you this morning. My pronouns are he, him. I have to remember to say that because that's something that my generation growing up didn't say, but I know it's a good thing to say today. Our connection moment is a story called A Lamp in Every Corner. Many years ago in Transylvania, there was a village of people who decided, who were Unitarians, who decided they were going to build a church. The stonemasons set the walls in place. The carpenters sawed beams for the roof, and they put a roof on there so that no rain could get in. The glaziers made glass panes and fitted them neatly into the windows. They put in stained glass windows. And at the end of the day, when it was finally finished, when the church was done, all the people of the village stood back to admire it. "We will rest now," announced an elder of the village. "And later tonight, we will come back for our service." But one little girl named Zora stayed behind with her father because they had brought their own bread and cheese. After they had eaten, they went back inside. "Oh, look, Father," Zora cried. "It's so beautiful." "Yes, it is," said her father. "Yes, it is. But Father," Zora said suddenly, "we've not finished." "What do you mean?" "There are no lamps. The church will be dark when people come back." "Ah, no, Zora," said her father. The light of the church comes from its people. You shall see. Now, in just a moment, we're going to ring the bell again, and we'll continue the story, but hold just for a second, Annette. He rang the bell, and the sun had set behind the mountains, and night was coming soon. And when the people gathered in the sanctuary, each person carried a candle. And together, all the candles lighted the sanctuary. And let's pretend that the table for the chalice is the sanctuary of the church. When Annette rings the bell, some of you have candles, and if you don't have a candle, we have candles up here that we can offer to you. And we have folks who can go and pick up a candle and bring it up here. And what we're going to do is put all of the little candles on this table, and that represents the church in the story. So let's see what it looks like when we bring all of our lights together. Go ahead and ring the bell. Now you can bring your candles forward. And if you'd like someone to bring a candle forward for you, you can raise your hand and folks will help. There's some lights, candles right there. Thank you. When all the people had gathered in the church, it was filled with light. And this story is a reminder that we all bring a light into this place, and that light lights up the whole room. Thank you.
When we share our joys and concerns, we open ourselves to another's experience, encouraging curiosity and compassion. Let us connect with one another by sharing our joys and concerns. As the joys and concerns are read, you are welcome to come forward and place a stone in the water and/or to blow bubbles on the way back to your seat to celebrate your joys. This week, our concerns, our thoughts and prayers go out to a congregant whose son-in-law is struggling with cancer. We hold this concern and others with tenderness and compassion, May they be lighter because they are shared. As a community, we also share our joys and celebrations with one another. This week in our community, we share joy for new friends who turn out to be an answer to prayers. We share joy for someone who is rewriting their religious trauma from the past. And hearts are lightened by the joyous noise, bright colors, and mingled humanity on display at the Festival of Nations in Tower Grove Park this weekend. We lift up these joys with gladness and celebration. May they be magnified because they are shared. My Prayer by Connie Goodbread. May we, in times of despair, find hope. May we, in times of chaos, find clarity. May we, in times of hatred, find love. May we, in times of fear, find joy. Choosing joy is an act of loving defiance. Choosing love is an act of loving defiance. Choosing clarity is an act of loving defiance. Choosing hope is an act of loving defiance. May we know the love that holds and surrounds us. May we know that we are part of that greater love. May we never succumb to divisions meant to isolate us, oppress us, and leave us hopeless. May we always draw the circle ever wider. May it be so. The First Unitarian Church of St. Louis strives to be a welcoming congregation, inspiring lives of loving kindness and integrity by nurturing spirituality, building community, and advancing justice. Your contributions support the mission and ministry of this congregation in the St. Louis region and beyond. This morning's offering will now be received. As our summer winds down, we pause in gratitude for all who participated in summer services, summer social and social justice activities, and for those who participated in unplanned activities prompted by unexpected needed repairs. We are grateful for an active and generous congregation ready to step up and participate so that others can step away and rest and recharge. This morning, we are additionally grateful for our guests from Elliott Chapel for sharing their energy and music with us. Thank you so much for being with us today. Reading by James Baldwin. The longer I live, the more deeply I learn that love, whether we call it friendship, family, or romance, is the work of mirroring and magnifying each other's light. Gentle work, steadfast work, life-saving work in those moments when life and shame and sorrow occlude our own light from our view, but there is still a clear-eyed, loving person to beam it back. In our best moments, we are that person for another.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ear and I'll sing you a song. And I will try not to sing out of key. Oh, baby, now. All I need is my buddy. But I'm gonna get by. What would I do if my love was away?
Does it worry you to be alone?
No, no. How do I feel at the end of the day? I don't want to say it no more. All I need is my friend. Oh, I'll get by. Oh, I keep trying, but it's hard. I need someone to love. Lord, I need someone who knows where I'm going. Baby, all I need is my friend. Oh, I tried, baby. Oh, I keep trying, but it's hard.
Would you believe in a love at first sight?
Something that happens all the time, yeah.
What do you see when you turn off the lights?
Don't know, but it sure feels like mine. Oh, I get by with my friends. Oh, I keep trying, but it's hard. Need someone to know where I'm going, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Oh, Lord, I keep trying, baby, yeah. Who knows where I'm going? Who knows for sure? Yeah. I get by with my friends. Oh, I keep trying, but it's hard, yeah, baby. Oh, I keep trying, but it's hard. I by with my friend. I said I'm gonna keep trying, baby, yeah. Oh, I'm trying it, yeah.
Thank you. My friends, Cora and Chris and Matthew, Simon, and Annette. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And Tim and Melinda. Thank you for joining me from Elliott Chapel, and thank you, everyone, for being here today. You can hear me okay? Yeah. Could you hear me before playing the trumpet? I hope so. Thank you. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band came out in June of 1967. I think there's some people here who remember that month. Yeah, okay. I was 22 that summer, and I focused on the Someone to Love lyric as being associated with romantic love and sex. Yeah, romantic love and sex are part of the picture, but these days, I find myself spending more time with getting by with a little help from my friends. Like getting high, like right now, on music, on laughter, on just being here in this beloved community. And I'm going to try not to sing out of key. The Beatles put some additional spin on the idea of getting by with the lyric, "Are you sad because you're on your own?" It takes just a little stretch to see the existential dilemma in that particular lyric. We all are, after all alone in our own skins. And we crave the love that comes from connection, recognition, and friendship. And a little help from our friends is also the love that happens when we gather together, each bringing our own light and warmth. When we can look around the room, sometimes just one smile is enough to light up the whole place. Now, in preparing for this service, I read this book from the UUA called Love at the Center. It's got 29 chapters, each written by a different UU minister. And by the way, there's a course on this book at Elliott Chapel this fall. If you're interested, check out our website. I was struck by a series of questions in one of the chapters. It helped me to visualize the spiritual discipline of love. Today, I will invite you to reflect on these questions with me. All right, here's the first question. Who taught you about love? We know that infants require touch to be held in order to thrive. It's also a basic parenting impulse, and it's vital to the infant, and very important as well to the parents and to other adults. That is, if you let yourself do that holding, that loving to your infant friends. I don't have a distinct memory of being held as an infant, but I know I was. I've got pictures. And I remember holding our son John as an infant, and I recall that the love I felt for him as an infant changed my life. Holding my son seemed so simple, such a simple thing to do. And it was simple, simply profound. It rocked me to my core. And now I've been able to hold my grandchildren, Seamus, who's a big boy of 5, and Dela, who is not quite 2, and she still loves to be held. You can tell where I'm going in this message. And I'm talking to myself here, as well as to you. When you have a chance to hold a baby, ask permission. Ask permission of the baby too, as well as the parents. And then do it. Do it with pleasure and with love. Because we adults can still learn about love, just as we can give love in holding an infant. Is that a powerful spiritual discipline? Yes, it is. And can you love doing it? Yes, you can. Can you love your friends? Can you love the stranger? Yes, again. Now, as adults, being held in love remains vital to our well-being, although we frequently sublimate that experience of being touched and being held and related to into many forms that are not simple physical holding. A few years ago, I had a dramatic experience of how important simple loving touch or recognition is, even to us adults. I signed up for a 10-day course in Vipassana meditation. 10 days of no talking, no eye contact, no reading, no writing, no music, and 10.5 hours of sitting in meditation every day. For the first 3 days of the course, we were instructed to, in the meditation room, to focus on the sensation of the breath here at the opening of the nostrils. 3 whole days, that's more than 30 hours. After 3 days, we were instructed to focus carefully on each part of our body in order, from head to toes, and then from toes to head, repeat without rinsing. There were meal breaks during the day, but still no talking, no eye contact. And we also had time to walk in nature. And the effect is that you become very mindful of what thoughts your mind brings up, what food you're eating, and what you see when you're walking in solitary isolation. Phew. After several days of this mindfulness practice, I was so hungry for any kind of mental stimulation from the outside that I found a can of insect repellent and read every word. And they don't make that easy. It's very small type. We were effectively starving ourselves of human contact as a way of gaining insight. Vipassana means gaining insight or clear seeing. And yes, I got some insight into love by that experience, and I began to see how important simple human contact is to us. And then I began to learn how we meditators would overcome that enforced isolation. Now, here are the next 2 questions from the book in our exploration of the spiritual discipline of love. Next 2 questions, there we go. When and how have you felt you were loved? When and how have you felt you were loving? How I felt love and got the opportunity to extend loving touch at the meditation center came in a way that was totally unexpected. At this meditation center, there's a half-mile footpath through the woods, and on about the third or fourth day, as I was walking in solitary mindfulness, I noticed something curious. There were numerous pebbles from the path stuck in crevices in the bark and trees along the path. Then I came to a footbridge over a stream bed, and on the flat railing of the footbridge, I saw a grouping of sticks and twigs and pebbles. It looked like a little house somehow, or a shrine. And it was apparent that somebody or somebodies had carefully placed those pebbles and sticks in that very assemblage to be seen. So I found a particularly interesting pebble from the path, and I placed my offering into the assemblage, the shrine. And every day I passed that place in subsequent days, I checked out the progress, and there were frequently small additions, and there were more pebbles that had been added to the bark in the trees. We meditators were reaching out to each other with a friendly, loving touch. Each pebble or twig was like a message. I have been here, and I'm thinking about you. I hope you see me, and I hope that you will join me in peace and love. We did not know each other. We didn't know names, where we came from, really anything about our fellow meditators. We weren't friends in that sense. We weren't talking and getting to know one another, but we could speak with the voice of the kind of love I want to share with you here today. I am here today, and I see you. I love you, and I wish you well. Please join me. These were simple and profound gestures of recognition and friendship. Now, let's take a moment to put this in perspective on how the kind of love that speaks to simple, loving recognition fits into our UUA shared values. This is a graphic of our UUA Statement of Shared Values that was adopted just 2 years ago in 2024. Love is at the center of our shared values of independence, equity, transformation, pluralism, generosity, and justice. And love is at the center because it's what moves us to act on our shared values. And that's a big deal, because we covenant to act on our values of independence, equity, transformation, pluralism, generosity, and justice. But the definition of love in that statement is just a few words. It goes like this. Love is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our shared values. We are accountable to one another for doing the work of living our shared values through the spiritual discipline of love. Power and spiritual discipline. So you see where I got the phrase spiritual discipline. And I love the idea that love is so powerful that it is what moves us to act on our shared values. What is a spiritual discipline? To me, the spiritual part signifies that love is fundamental to our most profound and simplest beliefs. And the discipline part means that we're going to do something about it. We are going to learn about love, and we will recognize that the love we take is equal to the love we make, to give the Beatles one more shout out. Now, love is truly a kaleidoscopic topic, so this message cannot be encyclopedic because there's coffee downstairs and conversation, and my time up here is limited. So let's focus just on one of our shared values that speaks directly to simple and profound recognition, and that is pluralism. We celebrate that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, and theology. We covenant to learn from one another in our free and responsible search for truth and meaning. We embrace our differences and commonalities with love, curiosity, and respect. Now, that's a powerful statement, and it takes discipline to live up to that covenant. As I think deeply about this statement of our shared value of pluralism, I'm reminded that there is a wide range of ways to be a friend. Leave a pebble. Smile across the sanctuary. And recognize that celebrating diversity is not just about politics or theology. Diversity also refers to the impact of experience, culture, psychology, and all the ways that we show that we are friends with love, curiosity, and respect. This is the kind of love that holds a baby in a warm embrace, that opens your heart to both the stranger and the old friend, the kind of love that calls us to embrace our differences and commonalities with love, curiosity, and respect. There was one final lesson that I learned at the Meditation Center. It has to do with the final two questions in our examination of the spiritual discipline of love. When and how have you failed to be loving? And what will you do now differently? Towards the end of the 10th and last day, we meditators were invited to change our meditation practice. Instead of focusing just on the physical sensation in each part of our body in turn, we were instructed in what is called metta, sometimes referred to as loving kindness. Metta is an intentional focus on positive, loving feelings for others. I've since learned there are many forms of this practice, and there's one of these forms in the Teal hymnal. It will be our closing hymn and postlude today. It goes like this. May I be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May we be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May you be well. May we be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May you be peaceful and at ease. May we be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole. May you be whole. May we be whole. Metta can help us answer these two questions because metta goes right to the heart. Today, I find it useful to ask myself these questions on a daily basis, and that means probably several times a day, one way or another, because I find that I frequently fail to be loving. And the spiritual discipline of love calls for me to do better. Without going into persons, places, and things, this is how it goes for me. I fail to be loving when I don't tell a difficult truth with compassion. I will find the courage to speak truly. I fail to be loving when I focus on myself first, and when I speak more than I listen. I will find the strength in my heart to listen first and to speak compassionately. I fail to be loving when I believe that others do not care for me. I will learn to listen for the love that I take and the love that I make. I invite you to find a quiet time to ask yourself these questions. So may it be.
Thank you, Carl, and thank you for our closing hymn today. It is a traditional Buddhist meditation. It's a quiet song, contemplative. We will sing it 3 times. It's in your order of service. You will find the music, and the words will be on the screen for you. The song is new to Tom and Linda and me. So we will sing it through the first time as an introduction so you can hear the melody. I hope our friends from Elliot might join Tom and Linda and me the first time through. As we get to the end of the first round of the song, I'll signal everyone to stand up, and then we will sing the song 3 times. I, you, we. When we finish singing the 3rd time, that's the end of our service. Please be seated, take a moment, greet your neighbor, say hello before we meet together in the fellowship hall.